A.J. Brown, 9 catches, 131 yards. You figured that. We knew he was going to come in and have a big game after the conversation him and Jalen Hurts has on the sideline. They close. They friends. It's going to happen. Kind of like what Jalen Hurts said. He said, y'all eyes must be bad because this happens all the time on the sideline. So it seems to be A.J. Brown wants the ball and he wants it often. So I don't have no problem in force feeding this ball to A.J. Brown because every time he gets it in his hands, magical things happen. So yeah, A.J. Brown, keep calling for it because if you put up numbers like this, we want the ball in your hands. Baker Mayfield is who we thought he was. Let's put it that way.
Oh, that's not good.
Baker Mayfield is Baker Mayfield. He's going to make some key throws, but in all, when the game gets nitty and gritty, just like some other handful of quarterbacks in this league, they're going to make mistakes and they're going to throw picks when the game counts the most. They're not going to sustain it through a whole season, not even through a whole game in certain instances. But Baker Mayfield, you can't fault him too much in this game. I mean, look at the defense he was going up against. Philadelphia Eagles make a lot of quarterbacks uncomfortable. That's just what we do. You're going to get hit. You're going to have some turnovers. We're going to get you frazzled a little bit. So there's no knock on Baker Mayfield. He's had 2 good games. It was 2-0. This is the first one that he really got dazzled a little bit. We're going to see how he's going to come off of this game going into the next. Well, Baker Mayfield, he's just a Band-Aid guy at this point. Yeah, he's trying to rejuvenate his career. He's trying to turn it around from the Cleveland Browns, and then he was with the Panthers. So I wish him good luck because that defense was stingy. They was hungry. They was foaming out the mouth. They wanted turnovers. They was getting through that line like it was nothing. They just wanted to harass people, and they're good. This defense is real good. Matter of fact, they're great. Stay healthy. This is a championship defense, and I love it. When you get nasty and you cause these blitzes and you don't even have to blitz sometimes and the front four is going to get to the quarterback without throwing any kind of schemes, that's how good this defense is. And we called out Dallas defense early in the weeks, and they are great. But I don't know if they're great as the Philadelphia Eagles defense, especially now with Diggs out. So we're going to see on that too, because the Cowboys seem like they got a little chink in their armor this past week. We'll see how they're going to jump back on. They play the Patriots. If the Patriots find a way to sneak this game out, then, hey, there's going to be a lot of talk in Cowboy Town if that happens. And Mike Evans down there. Well, their rushing didn't do very much. We don't need to call it out. But Mike Evans, surprised a little bit last night from Mike Evans. He had a few key drops that you don't usually see from Mike Evans. Mike Evans is the surest-handed wide receiver in this league. So for him to miss balls, hitting them in his hands, that's a shock. And it did start raining. We can throw a little excuses for him here and there, but I mean, I think he missed a couple of balls when it wasn't raining. But he made up for it because he had that big one-hand catch he snagged down, got him a touchdown. You knew it was going to come sooner or later. He's too great to continue to have a bad game throughout the night, so that wasn't going to happen. So they just started slow, and so did the Eagles for a while. You know, it's like I say, they was moving the ball, but they weren't getting results off of it. You know, every time they march down the field, it stops. You know, they end up having to punt the ball or kick a field goal. Couldn't sustain it. So they got to get sharp in that area. That's what we mean when it's not crisp. Because if it was crisp, they would have scored 30 to 40 points last night. No problem. No problem at all. So their offense was getting stale down after picking up chunk plays, and you want to finish those with touchdowns, and they weren't able to do that last night. So if they'll get sharp, it's still early in the season. No problem there, because when this team really gets together, man, there's a lot of talent on this team, and they got the experience to go with it. And you was already in the Super Bowl last year, so you all primed and ready. Only thing now we're waiting on is time. Just simulate, like I said, straight to the Super Bowl. Because if I can do that right now, I would. Bar any injuries, any hiccups, nothing. Let's just go right now. So, yeah, 25-11, Philadelphia Eagles took care of business last night. Business as usual, like I said. Just took care of business, done what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to be the team like the Buccaneers, even on the road. You know, they got bigger things in hand. As far as the Rams and the Bengals last night, actually, that messed up one of my picks. You know what? I was 500 this week. I looked at it earlier. Not too bad. Of course, you want to be above 500, but you damn sure don't want to be underneath 500. So, to me, I didn't fare too bad this week. I didn't fare too bad at all. 500, I'll take that any day. So, yeah, man, I think the Rams, they had a chance to win that game. I'm not saying I was going for the Rams or I was going for the Bengals. If I had to choose between the two, I want the Bengals to win, but that wasn't my pick this week. You know, I got to go off my heart on who I think is going to win and how a team is playing. Do they have momentum? What their roster looking like? Are they missing people? See, because I thought Burrow was going to play last night. I didn't think Burrow was going to play. A lot of people didn't think Burrow was going to play in this game. But luckily he did, because I think that was the factor that got them over the hump to win this game. Now, whether you agree with Burrow playing or not in this game with his calf strain, that remains to be seen, how it's going to turn out moving forward. Now, if it's something's going to linger throughout the weeks, then maybe it's a bad idea. But I like him being gutsy and going out there and saying we don't want to go 0-3, because it is crucial. You do not want to go 0-3. We already stated it. You go 0-3, your season is basically over. He knew that. He wanted to get out there, and I commend him for that. But JaMarr Chase, you know, he's big on, hey, man, sit back and just wait. We got bigger things, bigger fish to fry down the road. Get your rest until you're 100% healthy. And I understand that, too, because JaMarr Chase in the offseason, he was running his mouth a little bit. You know, Patrick Who. Y'all remember that? Talking about Patrick Who. So he knows what it is this season. And early on, don't really matter. Yeah, we want to win ball games, but the fish to fry is going to be coming into the playoffs when we got to go against the Bills, when we got to go against the Kansas City Chiefs. So he knows it's a bigger statement to be made. And he's showing it with his play this season. He's coming in. And I like the way how they moved him around last night. I like that. I don't like wide receiver just being on the left side, just on the right side. Man, you got a great player, move him around just like they did JaMarr Chase, and look what type of night he had. What, he had like 12 catches, 12, 13 catches, 40-something yards or something like that. So he had a hell of a night, and he's a hell of a receiver, and he's coming out and proving it. Never doubted his talent. Just the team, for as they need to advance when they get to the playoffs. They can't just keep getting bumped out like the Bills. I'm always hard on him and Josh Allen. You want to be a focal point in this league and make a stamp, you have to prove it in the playoffs. You know, I got to big these guys up anyway, because I want somebody to take down these Kansas City Chiefs and Patty Mahomes. Because if you can't do it, then the Eagles going to have to do it. All right? I'm just trying to get him battered and bruised before he gets to the Super Bowl, if that's the case. Can somebody batter and bruise him for me, please? Huh? All right. So, pretty good night overall. Oh, yeah, and another thing, I want to send a shout out to the subscribers. Appreciate you very much. Want to keep the train moving, whether it takes 6 months, whether it takes a year. But I want to build a community, like-minded people, love talking about sports, keeping the point understood. Doing it respectful, but talking about sports, being passionate about it, calling it how you see it on the field, and just having fun with it. So once we build a community, we better have better conversations, get a chat going, and it'll be great to see. So I appreciate all my subscribers, man. Really do appreciate it all the way. Just keep on moving with the train. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for new subscribers coming in, because this is YouTube. Like I said before, that's the only way you're going to move anything. You got to hit the like button. You got to share it. You got to subscribe, you know, for the channel to stay alive and it can move and the message can get out there to the people. So appreciate it. No doubt about it.